I'm your host of the most welcome to 23. You're joining me for BloodBound 3, Chapter 2, The Unchained. The remaining vampires of New York have gathered in Central Park to hear Adrian speak, when a large, masked man breaks from the crowd, which, by the way, I changed his voice.
I'm not rejecting the culture. I'm killing you all.
Masked vampires burst out of the trees surrounded by the podium, brandishing crossbows and swords. I thought I'd give him a masked bane sound. Their eyes dart wildly between them, and you can hear their hearts thundering in their chests, seeing the bloodlust in their eyes. It's all too much. It's all too much. Which, how can you see in their eyes if they're wearing masks?
Kill them all.
The masked vampires open fire, spraying into the crowd with bolts. The crowd descends into alarmed chaos, screaming and running in all directions. Jax dives forward, trying to shield you, and a bolt punches clean through his shoulder. Damn it. Sir! I got this. You help the others escape. Of course. The Gale hurries towards the dispersing crowd as Jax dives into the fray. Nearby, Lily jerks a crossbow out of an Unchained's hand. You do not want to mess with this.
Amy, run and take cover.
A couple bolts file in Adrian's back and he growls. More Unchained are running towards you, holding swords and stakes. Amy! You turn to see an Unchained right in front of you, shield held high. Die, Council scum! I'm gonna go ahead and tackle. With incredible speed, you dive forward towards the Unchained, managing to block her sword arm and knocking her to the ground. Yeah, I just did that. That was the thing I did. With a grunt, the Unchained presses her foot to your chest and kicks you off. You fall back to the ground as the vampire rises to her feet. Lucky break. Won't happen again. When Adrian's hand grabs her head and from behind and snaps her neck with a sharp crack. Adrian tosses her body aside, stepping forward.
That'll keep her down for a bit. Are you okay, Amy?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just not used to moving around with this new body. All around you, the scene is in chaos. Your friends battle the Unchained and protect the wounded, as the night erupts into gunfire and clangs of metal. Bishop stands and watches the chaos as if waiting for the chance to come in and finish off the clan leaders. Seeing you, Adrian turns.
Amy, we need to get you out of here, now. You're not ready for this.
But there's still so many wounded. It looks like they need my help, and with the new powers, I might actually be able to help. This is your chance to fight alongside your friends as a vampire, and show the Unchained they messed with the wrong squad. It's too bad. I would have liked a better outfit for fight, but hey, why not? Close your eyes, finding your strength, and when you open them, there's no way in hell I'm running.
Amy, wait!
But before he can say anything, you turn, staring down an Unchained with an enormous rifle. He levels it at you and fires. Crap. But time seems to slow around you, and you can see the two bullets as they fly through the air. You deftly step out of the way, letting the bullets whiz by you.
You!
Nice try. You yank the gun out of the Unchained's hand and smash it across his face, shattering both. I did that. You gape at your hands, wondering at the new strength they possess. When someone grabs you from behind. You'll pay for that. You struggle in his hold even as the Unchained holds up a stake, ready to plunge it in your chest. Use my fangs or use my strength? I'm gonna go with strength. If you thought I was easy target, think again. Grab the Unchained's wrist and squeeze. You're rewarded by a satisfying crunch as its bones shatter. Ugh! You're flowing with strength you've never felt before, like you could bench press a truck. You easily grab the Unchained and fling him over your head, hurling him to the ground. Doesn't feel very nice, does it? But you slam your foot down on his arm, shattering his other wrist and leaving him screaming. You turn away, watching in awe as Camila drops kick an Unchained while Adrian smashes another into a tree. Meanwhile, Jax is a blur with a stake, and Lily cackles as she fires her crossbow. They don't seem to be handling it, but I bet they could use some help. I'll go with my boy Adrian. You quickly hurried Adrian, and Unchained is coming at him from his blind side with a stake. You push the Unchained out of the way, and then kick their head to make them stay down. Amy, you shouldn't be here. Hush and let me have this. Well, if you insist. You move, pressing your back to his, and together face down the Unchained hordes. Would it be weird if I said this was kind of hot? At this point, I'd expect nothing less. The five of you press together in a tight circle, staring down the enemies around you. Where the hell did these guys come from? I don't know, but I'm gonna make sure they go back there. Whirling a stake, Jack rushes at an Unchained, but a battle axe chops down behind, cleaving into his shoulder. Ugh. Jax falls to his knees, gasping and standing behind him, holding the axes.
You want to get something done, you gotta do it yourself.
Bastard. Lily fires on him, but the bolt bounces harmlessly off his armor. He grins and whips his hand up from his waist, hurling a spiked ball that cracks into Lily's head. Ugh. Damn you. Adrian leaps at Bishop from the side, only to catch the edge of his axe between the ribs and go hurtling into the brush. No. I'll leap at him. Snarling, you leap forward, only for Bishop to bat you away with the back of his hand. Took Gaius down, but can't take this guy now. As you land in the rush, your mouth floods with blood, and your vision flares red.
4 down. Where's that cool fancy queen?
Up here. Bishop looks up to see Camille perched in a tree above him. He tries to raise his blade, but she plunges in like a meteor, driving both her daggers into his eyes. Bishop flails, hurling Camille off. His blood streams down his face. His remaining minions close rank, dragging him away. Protect Bishop! Back to the base. The Unchained retreat, pulling back as they drag Bishop away. All around you, your friends pull themselves up, even as they bleed. Yeah, that's right. Run while you still can. Too close. Way too close. Cards. So, what do we do now? Look around, the night has been shattered, the park is ruined, torn apart by gunfire, littered with wounded bodies and fluttering ash, while your friends slump on each other, wounded, weary, and afraid. But now, let's get out of here, before they strike again. Figure out how we're going to strike first. You could have had someone follow them. Back in Adrian's office, the group collapses, tending to their wounds. Camilla sits and cleans the blood off her daggers with a scowl as Adrian leans against his desk. God, I knew something was going to go wrong, but I didn't expect that. Hey, so what the hell happened? Did we really just get terrorized by a bunch of vampire cultists in masks? They called themselves Unchained. A bit pretentious, if you ask me. Their leader, Bishop. Have any of you encountered him before? Yeah, in Overwatch a lot. His name's Roadhog there. I have. He's a big, mean son of a... And you didn't tell us this before because... The whole running around and trying not to die thing takes up a lot of concentration, strangely enough. How did you meet him? He used to be clanless. When he was human, he was already a brutal killer. Then one of the Baron's men turned him without permission. If he was dangerous and sadistic before, it only grew tenfold, so once he's become a vampire. Jack sighs. I let him join the clanless on condition that he kept his act clean. How did that go? About as well as you'd expect. He refused to follow the rules. He was an asshole of creep. Then he killed a few innocent humans who'd come to be fed off of. God. I knew that he would just be a menace if we kicked him out, so I tried to kill him. Tough bastard overpowered me and fled. I figured he'd left town. I had no idea he stayed behind, and that he would plan this. No doubt he thought to take advantage of the chaos Gaius left in his wake. Which is a problem considering we only have 48 hours to get the city under control before the military moves in. I'll deal with it. Adrian moves to the door, but after one step staggers and drops to his knees. Ugh. Adrian, He hisses in pain and holds an arm around his midsection when you see a large bloody gash in his side.
I guess they hit harder than I thought.
He looks at the others. Lily's head is still bleeding. Jax has an enormous cut in his torso. Everyone, you need to recover. Seriously, all of you fought hard today and got nearly as good as you gave. You need rest.
But Bishop
can wait a little while. You won't be able to do anything in your condition.
You heard Pembroke. We can't wait.
I'll go then. Everyone turns to stare. What? Makes sense. I'll take Amy with me and find out where Bishop is hiding. Once we know that, we can strategize how to take him and his disciples out.
But...
No buts, Matsuo. This is happening.
It's a good plan, but... Amy, are you feeling well enough for this?
Put me in, Coach. That earns a fleeting smile.
Alright. Good luck to you both. Remember, don't engage yet. Just find out where he's hiding.
And please don't get killed. Please. We'll do our best. As you follow Camila out of the door, you pause. Something familiar flutters on a side table nearby. Oh. It's a tapestry fragment. You know that if you touch it, your Bloodkeeper ability will show you a vision of the past. As you reach for it, you feel a familiar ancient presence. It has only been a score of weeks since I've taken up rule of Medea, and already everyone is eager to see me perish. I only ever wanted to free people from that tyrant, to show them a better way, a way of peace. Take the tapestry fragment. You, biting your lip, you reach out and pick up the tapestry fragment. Ah. Elves around you fades away. And you're transported back to Medea, in the throne room where King Khaleesi once ruled. But instead of the king, Rhea sits upon the throne. The floors around are still stained with blood. Report. Gaius and Xenocrates are both in attendance, standing before her. Xenocrates looks at Gaius and nods.
My goddess Rhea, we have reports that several rival city-states are beginning to mass their armies. Enos and Cynthia seem to have been at the forefront of this endeavor. They have been aggressively drafting young men for weeks. We believe they're meant to march against Medea, against us.
I see. She sits and contemplates this for a moment, her brow furrowed in concern. There is more, my goddess. I've received reports of a new faction here on the island. They call themselves the Sons of Ares. They are loyalists to the old king, my father, who plot your downfall. It has only been a score of weeks since I've taken up rule of Medea, and already everyone is eager to see me perish. All I have ever wanted is to free the people from that tyrant, to show them a better way of peace.
Rhea.
There are those who will always favor bloodshed. They do not change their minds so easily.
Between the cities and the Sons of Ares, what does this mean for us? Do we fight? How can we possibly fight against such a force when we face opposition on all sides?
If we fight, we'll be overrun. We need to take decisive action. What do you propose, my disciple? I propose we draw out the Sons of Ares. Execute them as an example to the people. Execute? It's the best way to demonstrate your power, my goddess. To strike fear and obedience into your followers. Khaleesi ruled with fear. I do not wish to follow in his footsteps.
He is right. We must find another way.
Another man enters the throne room, sparring a smile for Rhea. Demetrius, my beloved, at last you join us. Demetrius approaches Rhea, taking her in a warm embrace. Gaius watches him intensely and not without jealousy. Have you come to give me advice? I will happily entertain your counsel.
My goddess, with all respect, Demetrius is but a man, not one of our kind. Perhaps he...
Demetrius is the most loyal, caring, and wise man I've ever known. He was my betrothed when I was a human. And if he can still love me and accept me as I am now, as we are now, then perhaps there is a way forward.
Indeed, my love. I believe a path to peace is not possible. After all, bloodshed tends to beget bloodshed. The threat we face now may well have been avoided had the throne been taken some other way.
Glances at the bloodstains on the throne. Rhea looks downward. I thought that I should have sought another solution. Latrie's power had overwhelmed my senses, drove me to violent passions.
What's done is done. What's important now is how to begin and deal with these new threats.
And what do you propose?
Violence is what they expect, yes? Then we should retaliate with the opposite. Send them peace treaties, strike up trade negotiations. Perhaps even the Sons of Ares can be bought. If there's one thing I've learned as a merchant...
Everyone has a price. Rhea stands from the throne, clasping her hands together. The bloodshed ends here. Galesus may have deserved his fate, but I will do whatever is in the power to spare the innocents. As long as we show our would-be enemies that we mean no harm, I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement.
I trust in your decision, my love. You will rule with a merciful, capable hand.
And you shall always be right beside me in the kingdom we shall build. Rhea rises, and all three men kneel. Together, we shall make this island a sanctuary, a place of peace for humans and vampires. A place to settle and live free. Interesting. She gazes lovingly at Demetrius. A place for families. As they embrace, Xenocrats and Gaius exchange an uneasy look. Come back to yourself as the vision ends. What was that? Would you like me to explain it to you, since you don't understand it, or...? Okay. Now give me 27 other pieces. Amy! Coming! Follow Camille out the doors and leave Rain's HQ. Camille leads you out of the building and into the ruined streets of New York. God, it seems so strange to see it this way. We'll rebuild it. We always do. I hope so. Trust me on this, Amy. We'll take care of Bishop, then call another meeting to delegate tasks. We can do this. She looks at you expectantly, so you force yourself to nod. Okay, so where do we start? Bishop was careless, sloppy. A man like him will have likely left some sort of trail. Some of his followers ran from the fight. We can track them down too. Agreed, but in the meantime we should work on your vampire skills. Wait, really? Now? Why not? Come with me. You nervously follow Camilla to a nearby alley. She crosses her arms and looks at you. One of the most useful skills we have as vampires is the way we move. Silent, swift, undetected. You're still bumbling around like a human. You need to refine your movements. Bumbling? Try to blend in with the shadows. If I can sense you, I'll let you know. Wait for more instruction, but not as forthcoming. You swallow. Anything else? Any hot tips? Her eyes dance as a slight smile tugs at her lips. Impress me. With a sigh, you walk farther into the dark alley. You look around and try to feel the shadows around you. One with the shadows. I need to be silent and undetectable. Focus, and then Camille is suddenly in front of you. Ah! I can still hear your breathing and rustling around. Try harder. She leaves you, and you can take a deep breath to clear your mind. I can do this. Just concentrate. You're forgetting you don't need to breathe as a vampire. We learned that when we first resurrected. Focus on my breathing. Remember Camilla's warning and pay attention to how you're breathing, making sure it's quiet. The darkness around you was equally silent. A heaviness, stillness wraps around your body. So far, so good. As you concentrate, the shadows prove stubborn, unwilling to swallow you completely. Come on. And then you feel Camilla's presence behind you, making your breath catch. Here, like this. She gently wraps her arms around you, pressing your back against her chest. Slow your heartbeat. Let it become so slow, it nearly stops. Okay. Take a deep breath and feel Camilla's chest grow silent, calm behind you. Even her breaths have stopped. Slow my heartbeat. You concentrate intensely on your heartbeat, slowing it down increment by increment. That's it, just like that. Her arms tighten around you slightly as you both become one with the shadows around you. You feel light, invisible, able to move without the slightest sound. Wow, this is incredible. This is also full of... I'm just saying. Practice a half dozen more times before Camilla finally deems you adequate to move on. The two of you get to the park and see where the fight took place. Oh god. Ferals are already beginning to descend on the bodies left in the grass. Camilla frowns. We need to clear them out before we can investigate. Are you up for some more training? Training with ferals? You should always make good use of your resources. Points out a couple of ferals gnawing at a body. See those two? I want you to take them out. Ow. Hone your senses. Use them wisely. Remember, when you hunt, you need to be silent and unseen. You're a predator now. And that's all she has to say before she gestures you on. You groan and hide in some nearby shrubs. This doesn't seem like a very good idea. Still, you close your eyes and focus on your heightened senses. Everything comes to you at once, the squish of flesh between the feral's teeth. They're growling, their musty scent. But you try to hone your senses, as Camilla instructed. You focus until you hear only the two she told you to hunt. You hear their faint heartbeats and low rumbles in their throats. Okay, you got this. Just remember what Camilla said. Silent and unseen. Feral sniff at the air and growl as you stalk up behind them. Strike from behind. You keep yourself behind the ferals, utterly silent, keeping out of their line of sight. Got you. Grab the first feral and twist its head around with a sickening crack. Drops to the ground as the other feral whirls around. It lunges for you, its bony fingers scrabbling at your throat, but you manage to kick it off you and punch your fist through its chest. As it falls, you stare at your bloody fist in wonder as Camilla appears beside you. Well done. I couldn't have done it better myself. Good thing I have such an accomplished teacher. She rolls her eyes, but allows herself to smile. Once all the ferals are taken care of, you and Camilla begin searching for signs of where the Unchained went. Ash litters the area, and the air is acrid with the smell of blood. Can't believe that this is what they want. There will always be those who favor chaos. And there will always be those who stand against them. She kneels and inspects the grass, frowning. These are tracks all over the place. This might take a while unless... Follow her away from the side, going deeper into the park. Eventually she lets out a dark, triumphant laugh. Fools. She picks up an abandoned mask and shows it to you. We're on the right path, and this thing is crawling with her horrible scent. She sniffs it, cringes, and then turns east and begins to walk with safe surety. This way. Eventually, you come across a run-down-looking subway entrance. Camilla stops you and pulls you around the corner. I think this is it. See those two guards? You peer around the corner. Sure enough, there are two guards standing watch. Hey, it's Mr. Broken Arms and Miss Dum Dum. Oh, great. How do we get past Thing 1 and Thing 2? We don't. Not today, anyway. We'll go back to the others and let them know where the Unchained are hiding. Then... Hey, who's there? Two guards reach for their weapons as they advance. Camila, I thought you were a master of hiding in the shadows. Time to move. You don't have to tell me twice. Yay! Get him! Okay, this is stupid. Two of you take off running, racing through the streets, so the guards follow hot on your heels. Persistent bastards. Why are they following us? Because now we know where the bishop's hiding. We'll have to take them out or cut loose them in the city. Remember what I taught you, Amy. Move silently, hone your senses. Unseen and unheard. Do me proud. You reach a four-way intersection and look around. You see a sharp awning and an old telephone booth. Here's the awning. You run towards the awning and feel the strength building in your legs. Come on. Push yourself off the ground, leaping into the air higher than you've ever jumped before. Ah! But you land on the awning and roll safely in above the streets. Camila lands beside you. Good thinking, although your landing needs work. I'll take what I can get. The two Unchained guards run in the street looking around. Come out! Face us, cowards! The reign of the council is officially over. You have no power over us. Idiots. Camila appears at the clenching and unclenching her hand. What do we do? It's your call. I'm sorry, what? You heard me. You're a vampire now. Show me what you've learned. You stare at her, hoping it's a joke, but she merely raises an eyebrow at you. You sigh. Okay, well, here's to flirting with death, I guess. You watch the guards scour the streets, sensing your presence nearby. Slow my heartbeat. Close your eyes and focus on your rapid heartbeat. As you concentrate, it begins to slow. That's it. The heartbeat grows faint alongside Camila as the guards growl in frustration. Cowards, we know you're here! Camila nods and gestures for you to take the lead. You look around and spot a loose brick nearby. Easy. You take the brick and eye the street, gathering your newfound strength. You cock your arm back and hurl it through the air. When the brick strikes a building down the street, the two guards run towards the sound. Hold it! As they begin to run, Camila pulls you back to the intersection. Use the shadows. You blend in with the darkness around you, moving soundlessly beside her as you leave the Unchained behind. When you reach safety, Camila shoots you a proud smile. You move like a natural. I learned from the best. Two of you run as far from the Unchained as you can, heading back towards Central Park. I thought it was my call. We were supposed to kill them or run, and yet I never got a call at all. Find a spot in the park to rest for a bit. You sit on the ground, catch your breath, exhaustion winding through you. I had no idea that vampire training would take so much out of me. It doesn't help when there are ferals and Unchained running around. She sits beside you, contemplative, then she laughs. You really handled yourself well. The looks on those guards' faces. How can you see if they're wearing masks? I'd be nothing without you. Your eyes meet as you smile, adrenaline running through you. If you want, I could show you more before we head back. Just the two of us. We might not get the chance again in the next couple of days, and it would be nice to have some alone time. This is your chance to deepen your skills with Camila and share a special moment together. You know, because why not? I'd like to learn more. I was hoping you'd say that. She stands and helps you to your feet. He keeps her hands, and you keep your hands in hers for a lingering moment. The world is a dangerous place for vampires, as you're well aware. The opposite is also true. We are hunters, first and foremost. She stops and concentrates for a moment, gazing off into the distance. There's a presence nearby. Tell me if you feel it. You close your eyes and expand your senses. You smell the overgrown grass, the pollen in the trees, the old blood. I feel something alive and big. Good. Follow it. You swallow and begin to track the feeling, wondering what Camila has in mind. Camila walks beside you, but lets you lead, her presence warm and comforting. I think this way? You pass by a burned-up section of the park, ash floating up into the air as you walk. There are bodies and bushes along the side of the walkways. So much devastation. Eventually, you come to a split in the path. You stop and reach for the feeling again. To the left, you feel a cold presence, and to the right, you feel heat and movement. Heat. I think this way? You lead Camila to the right, following the curious heat. Camila smiles a bit. The more you concentrate, the more you begin to catch a now familiar smell. Blood. What exactly are we hunting? You'll see soon enough. I know you're being extremely shady right now, like more than usual. I thought it would enhance the training experience. If by enhance you mean scare the crap out of me, then yeah, I'd say it's working. As you go down the right path, the scent of blood grows stronger. And you also begin to hear something rumbling, a low growl. Camila? I'm calling it, it's a bear. What? You've never heard a growl before? Keep going. Uneasy, you continue on following the presence. Do you see a huge bear up ahead? Whoa, what the hell is a bear doing in the middle of Central Park? It must have escaped the zoo and all the chaos. How are you so calm about that? The both of you watch from a safe distance as the bear lumbers across the grass, its muzzle and hide streaked with dried blood. Do you think it's responsible for some of the bodies in the park? Possibly. Or maybe it's only been defending itself from other predators. Hard to say. Possibly. Or maybe it's only been defending itself from other predators. Hard to say. Watch the bear paw at its own face, grumbling. Ooh. What do you think we should do about it? Let it go. I don't want to hurt it. It might be vicious, but it's just an animal. The bear swings its head from side to side, blinking sleepily before it continues on. What if it's been killing people? Honestly, there are far worse threats in the city than one bear. I'm rooting for the bear. You're rooting for a bear. His name is Sure Shaggy Bottom. Just roll with it, humor me. Mila very much does not roll with it. She gives the retreating bear a withering look and mumbles out the corner of her mouth. Bye, Shaggy Bottom. See? Was that so hard? Two of you leave the bear and wander towards a more secluded part of the park. It seems relatively untouched compared to the rest of it. I have one more bit of training for you. And what's that? She sits before you, her eyes bright and mischievous. Use your heightened senses on me. What do you mean? Like what you did with the bear. I want you to learn how to differentiate a vampire's presence from that of an animal or human. First, try to find my heartbeat. You take a deep breath and try to relax, open your senses up, and at first, all you can hear is your own heartbeat, and then, little by little, you begin to hear a second heartbeat, and it's slow and steady. Can you feel the difference between mine and the bear and the ferals? Maybe? I'm not sure. She takes your hand and flattens it to her chest. You can feel the force of the heartbeat reverberating against your palm, feel the strength of it. It's stronger. Not just louder, but wow, that's wild. Because it's a vampire heart. You meet her eyes, and beneath your touch, you feel her heartbeat quicken, encouraging yours to speed up as well. Camila. She surges forward and kisses you. You make a muffled sound of satisfaction against her, pulling her towards you as you fall back to the grass. You're amazing. You know that? She scrapes her teeth against her neck, sending a shiver throughout your body. Quickly, you become consumed in her, opening your mouth and under her demanding kisses, surrendering completely. Pleasure roils through you in a comforting heat, your senses overwhelmed. More breathing. But she gives you more and more, until you're drowning in her scent, her touch. You cup your hand again round the back of her neck and moan. After several long, luxurious moments, Camila pulls away and looks down at you. Amy. She strokes your cheek, and you know you're gazing up at her in wonder. I still can't believe you're here, that you're with me. A storm of emotion clouds her eyes, making your throat tighten. Amy, I reach up to frame her face. It's alright, you don't have to say anything. She sighs and kisses you again. You spend another few moments wrapped up in each other before parting. We should probably go check on the others and tell them what we found. Agreed. Regretfully. The two of you get up and head back to Rain's HQ hand in hand. You get back to Adrian's office. You're relieved to see the others are doing okay. Even Kale, a bit battered, is there. Ah, Miss Amy, I'm glad to see you're all right. How are the others? They're quite rattled, but I have managed to fortify them now with some bracing tea. The drinking kind or the petty kind? What? He blinks at you, bewildered, and Lily chuckles. I don't get it either. How are all of your wounds? Already halfway healed. We took a trip downstairs to feed, which sped the process along. How are the humans doing? Dream look gives you a knowing look. The human you fed on is just fine, Amy, and doesn't hold a grudge for what happened. Did the two of you get any good intel? We did. We found the exact location of Bishop's hideout. I figured it wouldn't take long. Man's never been subtle. Now that we know where the Unchained are hiding, what's the plan? Well, figuring how long you two spent out in the wilderness and the other two reported back, as we didn't get an option to kill them, most likely they reported back that the vampires are coming. Adrian walks behind his desk and takes something out of a cabinet. It's a set of stakes, all whittled down to fine lethal points. The plan is to put it into Bishop and the Unchained. For good. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, without further ado, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon to receive notifications. Also consider hitting the join button to, kind of support the channel. It's greatly appreciated. For most of you who watched Mother of the Year, apparently none of you reached the end or wanted to leave a comment, which is kind of disappointing, and I'm kind of disappointed in you. I'm also kind of disappointed in the engagements that we're getting. Again, if you do not know the situation, I'm going to make this really simple for you. Please go to gofundme.com/Locum23, or the link is down below. Please go to that and read. I have been asking now for over a month now for support from viewers like you. It's greatly supportive. It's a great way of supporting the channel, and it's a great way of especially supporting me, my medical issues, and my two special needs brothers. I kind of feel like I'm PBS, but at least PBS got funding from the government and, charities and facilities and viewers like you. And I'm kind of like PBS. I do this crap pretty much for free. I put in 300 hours of content every month that you consume. Think about that. If you don't understand it even clearer, go to literally the end of Mother of the Year video and listen to it. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm literally asking. Like, Thanksgiving is literally, 9 days away? My brothers will not have a Thanksgiving. That's how bad we are right now. We are not going to have a meal. and things are slowly and incredulously getting worse. So, please, share it with your friends, your family, your loved ones, your strangers. Just share it. Please, that's all I'm asking. I mean, really. Otherwise, I hate to put it this way, but there is no longer going to be this channel. I hate to put it that way. Really, I do. But with 300 hours of content I'm uploading every month, I could seriously at least take that time and go work and get us out of this hole. And I may have to turn to that. But I was doing this for you, the viewer. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you all in the next video. Good day.